Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tanner and welcome to Crypto Bible. I wanted to do a little bit of a news update for you guys, but with a twist. I wanted to kind of just give you my opinion and advice on what's actually going on and how the news can actually be presented in such a way that it manipulates your thoughts and normal retail investor make them think that something's a lot worse than what it is. Of course, there's been a crash recently. We completely understand that. However, I just tend to find it quite frustrating with some of these headlines that come out, and I just don't like it personally. Something that I don't like the way some of these news articles are presented. But we're going to talk through them anyway and go through them. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it as well. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. First headline is this: Coinbase poaches Goldman executive to serve as chief policy officer. Now, why don't I like this? Well, a few days ago, obviously the market crash happened, right? And a lot of the exchanges went down. You'd expect Coinbase, being one of the biggest exchanges, to stay up. Now, it didn't. It went down again. There's been so much money put into this app, and a lot of people were not able to get onto the app to put a stop loss in or take their money out. Like I said in my previous video, a lot of people lost a lot more money than they wanted to, and I just find this article very frustrating. And this is the reason for it, right? Let's start from the top here, right? So Coinbase poaches Goldman executive to serve as chief policy officer. The new hire reflects how Coinbase is recruiting from the traditional finance world in a bid to increase its political influence. Again, like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? Why are they not apologizing for what happened? Why does this have to be a big headline? I just feel like they're trying to, this is kind of like papering over the cracks, right? Oh, let's just forget about what happened the other day. Look who we've just hired. But no one really cares. Your average person wouldn't really know, why they've done this or who this person is. They just want to be able to access their app and do what they want with their money whenever they want to, right? But clearly it hasn't happened. And I just find it extremely frustrating that they haven't even put out a little headline just to kind of apologize for what's happened. Yet they just want to, shadow everything that just happened and talk about this instead. So anyway, let's read on and see what it's got to say. They carry on by saying, crypto exchange Coinbase announced on Monday that it has hired Faryar Shirzad, the co-head of government relations at Goldman Sachs, to fill the new position of chief policy officer. Faryar's impressive experience will be invaluable as we navigate the evolving global regulatory environment and work with the governments around the world on critical issues surrounding the cryptonomy, said Coinbase in a blog post announcing the hire. Yeah, you know, as I said before, in my opinion, we're just papering over the cracks here. Why they got to bring this up? Why they got to bring this up now? The timing, I just find the timing amazing. And as you guys get more experience in crypto, and more news events happen, like the crash the other day, it could be anything at all. You will start to realize that the news will go with the sentiment, but they will make it sound a lot worse, or they would not cover what people actually want to hear, if that makes sense. And you will come back to this a little bit later in the video through these other articles that I've got, because I'll kind of show you the difference between an article that we just had yesterday and then an article that we had today. So yeah, let's carry on reading this anyway. So the move to hire Shirzad, who served in the Bush White House before a 15-year tenure at Goldman, is notable for several reasons. First, it underscores how regulatory concerns are looming larger than ever in crypto industry, and how firms like Coinbase are turning to veteran lobbyists and political fixers to help them navigate Washington, D.C. Right. Shirzad hire also signifies how Coinbase and its CEO, Brian Armstrong, who formerly spurned Washington style politics, are now seeking to exert influence in the capital like never before. This was reflected in a week-long trip to Washington earlier this month, in which Armstrong, along with Coinbase top player Paul Gold and board member Katie Hahn, met with lawmakers to push for greater regulatory clarity for crypto. Then we've got a tweet here from Brian Armstrong, which says, one of my biggest takeaways in the US, could really use a safe harbor sandbox for crypto startups to get off the ground before having to grapple with these issues. This would go a long way and give the SEC, CFTC, Treasury, etc., a common framework to follow. Also, a signal from the current administration that crypto companies are welcome in the US would go a long way. And then I just kind of wanted to read this last bit for you guys here, just to kind of, exaggerate the point of, they're trying to show off their team that they've got around them. Shirzad is not the first example of Coinbase hiring big names from the traditional tech and finance world. Another is Go, to whom Shirzad will report, who the company plucked from Facebook last year. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. As I said, I find it very interesting. I find it very ironic, the timing of that article being posted out to people who actually care about this. Are there people that really care about this after what just happened? I completely get so many changes went down, right? Cool. They all went down, but we've had a bull run in 2013. We had a bull run in 2017. We're currently in a bull run right now. Why are they not able to deal with such volume, right? It's just ironic how Coinbase announced their IPO at the top of Bitcoin a few weeks ago when it was 64,000. And you would expect them to have enough money to, put into Coinbase to handle such volatility, but clearly they don't. It just goes to show it just is what it is. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on it. I find it pretty interesting. But I wanted to move on to our next story here. And this one will be compared with the last story because I want you guys to kind of see the difference of what's going on here and realize that how the media can manipulate the normal retail investors just like us to think different of everything that's going on, right? And I hope this news article can actually teach you a little bit on how to keep your mind focused and set on your plan on what you're trying to achieve. So DeFi tokens, including Uniswap, Chainlink, and Arb, crushed by crypto crash, right? So they were crushed by crypto crash. And it was just, as you can see, only DeFi tokens. Why is it only DeFi tokens they're talking about here and not everything else? Why are they coming at DeFi tokens for some reason here? And by the way, these some of these projects are excellent projects, and it just seems like they're kind of crapping on these projects for some reason. But I kind of want to just show you how they've worded this article. Right, we'll read about it as well, and then we'll compare it to another one. So let's just quickly jump into it and have a quick look, and I'll show you what I mean. The top DeFi tokens, just going to highlight this, couldn't escape the continued crypto market crash, tanking more on Sunday than Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there's three words here, right, or three phrases here that they just kind of try to exaggerate it as much as possible, to make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world. These are DeFi, the only things are crashing right now. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't escape the continued crypto market crash, tanking more. How many times? How many more times do you want to exaggerate this? Why are they doing that? I don't like it because, like I said, these are great projects that you can invest into. Of course, do your own research with everything. And by the way, saying that, obviously you're always told to do your own research, but a lot of people don't actually know how. I'm going to be covering that in a video coming up. I'm going to show you how you can actually research your own project so you know what you're investing into. So next time you watch a crypto video and someone's saying do your own research, you will know how to do your own research after this. Anyway, let's just quickly dive into this article and read about it. So it goes on to say, when the crypto market went into freefall on Wednesday, centralized exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and Gemini suffered outrages, while DEXs, or decentralized exchanges, such as Uniswap and 1inch, stayed up and running without a hitch. Even though it's not quite an apples-to-apples comparison, since decentralized exchanges typically have far smaller trading volume. The resilience of decentralized exchanges reinforced their appeal as the go-to place for crypto-savvy traders to swap DeFi tokens. But by Sunday, the entire crypto market was falling so far that DeFi tokens couldn't escape damage. So do you see what they just done there? You see what they done there? By Sunday, the entire crypto market was falling so far that DeFi tokens couldn't escape the damage. But why couldn't anything else escape the damage? Why just DeFi? what's the big deal here? Anyway, I don't get it. Let's just carry on though. And then they kind of just go on to explain exactly how much things fell. The top DeFi fared even worse. Uniswap fell 25%, Chainlink fell 24%, ARF fell 24%, and MKR fell 19%. Obviously, what you don't realize, I actually done it in another video. Um, a lot of these other coins that have nothing to do with DeFi fell a lot more than this, a lot more than 25%, 24%. I saw some that were down for like 40, 50%. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of goes to show that they are always trying to manipulate the public, the normal retail investor, to try their best to not make these guys money. I'm not saying you should have brought this. What I'm trying to say is what you're usually taught is you should buy the dip. You should buy low and sell high. Not what they've just done here, though. They're basically you just brought high and they're trying to make you sell low. I don't get it. I've never got it. Don't understand why they do it. But yeah, guys, there you go. But just as we're coming to an end, I wanted to take a look at this last article, and I want you guys to just read this. After what we've just read this headline. Yes. DeFi now can transform global finance. What? I thought DeFi tokens, including Uniswap, Chainlink, and ARV, were just crushed by the crypto crash. But now that the market is recovering, DeFi can now transform global finance. Wow. Take a look at that. But basically, guys, what I'm trying to show you here is that the news can very, very easily manipulate your mind into thinking something else. And this article kind of proves it just by that headline: can transform global finance. Let's read it. The Wharton School of Business thinks that DeFi has a lot of potential, but admits the industry is still immature. Okay, so it can transform global finance, but the industry is still immature. Right, okay, let's just carry on reading this then. The Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania has released a report titled DeFi Beyond the Hype, produced by the Wharton Blockchain and Digital Asset Project in collaboration with the World Economic Forum. Okay. Goes on to say, according to the Frame Business School, the DeFi industry has the potential to transform global finance. To date, however, it has yet to fulfill the hype. I have my own views on that. I personally slightly disagree with that. You know, there's quite a lot of DeFi projects that have kind of taken things by storm. Luna, for one, you know, in Korea, taking over the whole financial world over there. I mean, Luna's an excellent project. I do recommend people actually, have a look into Luna and do your own research on it. As I said, I'll be showing you how to do all of this, but I do slightly disagree with this. There's a lot of projects out there that are taking the world by storm right now, especially within the next few years. You're going to be seeing a lot more coming out from them as well. But anyway, let's carry on reading. It says here that the DeFi has the potential to transform global finance, but activity to date has concentrated on speculation, leverage, and yield generation among the existing community of digital asset holders. The reporter said, adding the novel industry is exposed to many risks. DeFi Pulse, a data platform tracking the growth of DeFi, indicates that there is more than 54 billion locked into the sector. This figure was just under 1 billion last year. And then here's a graph here of the total value locked in DeFi in US dollars. It says, amidst the growing industry, the Wharton report claims there are 6 chief executives within the sector: stablecoins, decentralized exchanges, credit, derivatives, insurance, asset management, and auxiliary services, including wallets and oracles. Some of the chief benefits to the sector, according to the report, include reduced friction and transaction costs for the trading and distribution of financial assets. In addition, the report suggests that DeFi allows for increased transparency, greater stakeholder control, improved market access, and faster settlement than traditional financial markets. So, guys, I mean, I'm going to end it there. I hope you guys have kind of learned something on how media can very much sway your mind about things, how they really do try to control everything that the normal retail investor will do. in this market. As you can see, thank God the market is now slowly recovering, which is obviously great to see. As the market recovers, we are going to start getting more good news coming out. But then whenever the next dip comes along, it's just going to be bad news again. It's just the way it goes. Hopefully you guys can see this, and you'll get used to it. As time goes on anyway, you'll start realizing all of it, and you just won't pay as much attention. Do you know what I mean? Until the bear market actually comes along, and we will take a look at this as well. Just have a look and see when we think that may be. Everyone has different opinions on it, but we will take a look. But for now, I do believe we are still in a bull market. Sorry, and when it does come to such speculation or such news articles that just kind of go with the flow with the news, I take them with a pinch of salt. I take them with a pinch of salt, and that way I feel like you guys can kind of enjoy your crypto experience a bit more, because the news does really make your mind go crazy. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's news. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know every time we upload a video. And guys, I will see you soon. Thank you.